For this exercise, we want to capture whether or not the specific measures are being met based on their targets. And so what we're going to do, right here you'll see the exercise 3.2.2. This is all of what we're thinking, the criteria for the exercise. You see I've had my title up here, provide performance on selected cardiovascular measures for RUSTIC 2015 to 2016. The measures we're going to look at are selected over here. You can see blood pressure check, BP 140/90, cholesterol check, as well as LDL less than 100 for cardiovascular patients. So, first thing we want to do is we're going to move our measures up here. So you can see our measures are going to be here. Based on the weighted rate, we discussed this in the previous video. The weighted rate, if you want to look, is going to be the sum of the numerator divided by the sum of the denominator for that specific time frame. We're going to close that. And now we need to figure out, actually before we do that, let's just change this axis. We're going to change the axis to say rate, just so that it's percent. Okay, there we go. Just so it's clear that's what we're looking at. A weighted rate may confuse the audience as far as what weighted is actually referring to. Just leads to more explanation. Now the last thing we want to do is we want to create a field, a calculated field that'll show whether or not they're hitting or missing or hitting that that measure. So right over here you'll see I have an equals meets and misses. So if we were to go and create a calculated field, just right click, create calculated field, you'd be able to create something in here. I've already done that, and so what I'll do is I'll just click on here, I'll click edit to show you what I did. So it's the simple if-then equation. So if the weighted rate minus the average target is greater than 0, then it's going to meet the target. Everything else, if it's less than 0, that means it's going to be missing that target. Pretty simple, straightforward equation, and that's going to show, that's going to be working, well, we'll see what happens. So click OK. We're going to take that, and we're going to drop it onto the color. So right now, you're going to see that each one of these are now different colors, and it's saying, to me, it's saying that this blood pressure check actually meets the goal. So let's just see what the target is. So if we add target to here, and we actually change that to average, so we can see what the average target is. That, believe it or not, cholesterol check isn't even coming out with a target, which is interesting. So it's assuming that it's 0. This one is saying 90, and the overall value, the weighted rate for this, we'll just drag this up on here, is saying it's 96.6%. This is saying the target is 75%, giving us the overall value at 72.1, so that's definitely missing the target. And then the LDL less than 100 is, the target is 60, and the current performance is 72.7. That's pretty good. So what we can do is we can actually pull the target off, and right here we want to see how many, so it's kind of good to see what are the numbers that make that up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drag the numerator into the label. We're also going to drag the denominator into the label. So you'll see there's 6,537 patients that made the target, and then 6,769 patients was the total population. So we're going to click on label. We're just going to clean this up a little bit. Click these 3 dots, and right here, one of the best things about Tableau is that you have the ability to really customize what the labels say. So right now, all I did was have the sum of the numerator, put a little divided sign in by the sum of the denominator, and I added a couple of parentheses around the outside of that. Click apply, and you'll see right now our values are all automatically updated. And we'll take a look at cholesterol check and make sure that we may have to go back into the database to make sure that we can find what the target is for that. Okay? Excellent. Thank you.